It's not just a matter of getting them and getting decision makers to read material, to understand the material, but they have to be willing to accept it. You can't force them to accept what you said. And by the way, very often they say, hey, who elected you prime minister? Or, there's a reason I got elected here. I've been around for a very long time. I've been briefed by the best and the brightest in Israel and abroad. In many cases, I'm directly involved in affairs that you don't know about, or I know far more about. When you talk about intelligence people in countries like Israel, the US, UK, Canada, strong democracies, there is a clear division between intelligence and policy. The intelligence people don't usually know what their side is doing, and they're not supposed to know, and they're not apprised of what's happening. How are they then going to assess events in which you are an active participant? If I'm making this up now, and you're Israel and you're asked to assess what's happening in South Africa, okay. What's happening in Chile, I'm just trying to take places that are very far away from us. Okay. And nobody knows more than you do about that because they aren't in the center of the focus of anyone's attention. But when you're talking about the issues, it's the Palestinian issue, Iran, issues that we're deeply involved in, Israel is 50% of the picture, right? Sometimes a lot more than that. And you don't know about that. And the decision maker sometimes says, yeah, these guys, I know a lot more. Sometimes he or she is right. Sometimes the experts are right. But the experts are, remember, they're unelected. They supply the decision maker with information and advice. It's the decision maker's responsibility to make the decisions and hopefully make good ones. And when they don't, in democracies, we have the great fortune of being able to throw the bastards out once every 4 years or less in parliamentary system.
Fascinating. Tell me about a decision. Well, let's look at a specific case. The pagers that exploded. um, Is that an example of a decision top down or bottom up? Like, would that be an example of one that comes out of very intelligent strategists from the academia? Or is that coming from some other place that would be unbeknownst?
No, the pager and the walkie-talkie affair is going to go down in the annals of espionage, of intelligence operations as one of the greatest cases ever. This was brilliance. But this was something that was, and this is all open source information that I'm saying now. The Mossad worked on this for 10 years, maybe even a little more. And I think for a very long part of that period, they didn't know if it would ever be used and if it would ever actually work because there were so many different things that had to come together. And in the end, the timing seemed to be a matter just of it was use it or lose it. Hezbollah had gotten information about it, or they'd gotten quite suspicious about it, sent one of the phones off to Iran for them to look at it. And so we had to use it before we couldn't. This wasn't a matter of great strategic thinking. One of the biggest strategic transformations imaginable, decimating Hezbollah. Hezbollah was our primary enemy for the last 20 years. Of course, we were afraid of a nuclear Iran, but Iran wasn't there yet. And we underestimated Hamas. In the past, maybe no, but certainly on October 7th. It was Hezbollah, Hezbollah, Hezbollah. And this wasn't strategic brilliance. This was operational brilliance or intelligence brilliance. But the timing was almost a matter of just good fortune.
So that's an interesting situation, and it's nice to see where it comes from. It's straight Mossad planning, 10 years, and it wasn't necessarily activated at the time it was intended to be activated.